during this episode or chapter. Are they chapters in this game? I believe they are. All right. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before we go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Oh, Regina's here? Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today. Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come out and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end. It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? I think my sweetie pie... Okay, I gotta put this out there. There's too many characters in this goddamn second game. Not in, like, the previous one. I haven't had that issue. But there's been characters where I just feel so stupid talking out loud. This is one of them. I hate the way he talks. Okay, that's out of the way. I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to you. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? But Mo, top of the morning to you, Governor. Top of the morning? That's the ticket. Attack in the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Oh shit, I missed that. Maybe I don't need it. Oh my, thanks? So, how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can with other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's going to be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I mean, that's a little fucked up. Isn't she just like a... Well, I guess she's not a kid. Because they're already talking about marriage with this girl. Maybe old-fashioned clown. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Okay. Don't know what that's supposed to mean, Mo. You suddenly became a little bit of a Debbie Downer there. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. I think we pretty much... I have a generally good idea of what happened in this case. But I'd be very interested to see if there's a curveball that gets thrown at us. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Man, Gumshoe does everything. Not so well either. Very well. Please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor, the crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. So my theory so far about Maximilian flying off into the sky during the crime, I have a good idea that it's probably one of those balloons that hold up the advertisements. Second, welcome in, enjoy your lurk. Let's see, what was I saying? I'm guessing it's one of those advertising balloons that have been floating outside the circus. And I know those advertisements have Maxima Galactica on the advertisement, so that could be what he saw. But I still think this guy's the killer, because it's being set up. So, well, actually, no. I feel like it is setting him up to be the murderer pretty strongly. Just not how. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was a Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Oh, so we didn't see the face. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Maybe there is another chapter to this. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with what that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. He keeps getting brought up a lot this game. They really want me to know he's fucking dead. But he's not dead. There's no way he's dead. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Let me know how the sound is. Hopefully it's not too quiet. It was just after 10 p.m. Let me look at my evidence real quick, just to refresh myself. So the bronze statue was taken from the cafeteria, placed by Acro in Regina's pocket on morning of crime. Award ceremony. I don't know if there's anything really important here. He still has his 3 symbols, so that's all good. The statue's in the background, which is important probably. Sound is good. Thank you, thank you. Are you streaming today, Second? Because if I get through this trial, we may start nonary games. Otherwise, it may end early. Found inside the wooden box. The victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. Victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. Time of death was 10 p.m. It was just after 10 p.m. I guess that's after 10 p.m. It seems a little early, but I guess that's fine. Problem not? Okay, maybe we will start nonary games if that sounds good with you. The animal shows lion, shot by Ringmaster 6 months ago. That's not going to come up until later. Map of Very Big Circus. Orange juice bottle, nah. Negotiations you had a week ago. Made to order hat. Picture of the crime scene. Alright. Well, you know what? Let's keep pressing things. You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Oh, the birds. I never really thought of that, I guess. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Haha, sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Nah. The witness will proceed with his testimony. Around the time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something was contradictory in what was said just now. I'm gonna hold off on this right now. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Yeah, I don't know if there's a contradiction yet. A few moments later, I saw someone flying right by the window. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin and an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened... why can't I speak today? I just strengthened his testimony. Welcome in, Ozzy. How you doing? Thank you on doing the tier list. I already got you your point. But what are you up to? How is your Wednesday going? I wonder if Acker's statement jives with the facts. I'm gonna wait here. I'm not gonna press anything yet. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true, I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window. The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see, or for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I could see the white rose on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? But Mo said he didn't see any white roses. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I think we disagree on a particular movie. I mean, I like 1917, but I understand you don't like it. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy about this latest bit of testimony. There is, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Unless there's nothing else to press. When I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Objection. Sustained. Don't sustain that. Acro must be lying about what he saw, right? Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies in court. Well, put the pedal to the metal, Nick. Okay. I think the part we need to press is the one about the rose. Was it this one? I think it's this one. There was only one enough light for me to see the silhouette. It was the person's back, so I could see the white. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see. Oh, wait. Never mind. So I couldn't see the white roses in the front. Wait. How would you know if it's the back of them? He said it was only a silhouette, right? I'll try and push this one. Let me just read it again. I don't want to take health too early. Although I could just save. Which I am going to do. Yeah, I'm not sharing my tier list right away. I'm going to wait a bit. I can even do it on stream if you want me to. Let me do... I just want to get through this trial. A showman, exactly. It's all for the content, baby. Alright, not present. Press. The room was turned off. That's true, it's going to bed. So with the lights off, you still look clear. Lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light. The silhouette. Okay. There's something weird there. So how would you know if it's the front of someone or the back of someone just from a silhouette? There's a contradiction. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. I think that's so. Because the music did not stop. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. I didn't know that's what you wanted me to do. I mean, the contradiction is that he clearly said he saw the back of them, but it was only a silhouette, so how can you determine if it's the front or back of someone? I don't think I have anything, honestly. I mean, I could do the poster, maybe. Oh, wait! The hat! The hat was found at the crime scene. So if you flew away with the hat on, that'd be a little weird, right? So would it be the hat? You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by the window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. I'm actually proud of myself for figuring that one out. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Kinda fucked up that he's sitting behind a stand. Just a genuine thought I had. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up? How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? What? Wait, what? Excuse me? Why are we getting into this right away? He has a grudge against Max. Does he? I don't think he does. Does he? He has a grudge against Regina. Oh, because... okay. I guess what they're asking is, why am I accusing a witness for lying on court? And that's because he had something to do with the murder, so... right? Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuse Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. I thought she was going to point out the fact she was, or that he was handicapped and could not have done the crime. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling. Dingling. Do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. But that's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things. See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. Damn right I am. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. Why would Von Karma go out of her way to get a doctor's note to claim that her witness is unable to stand? That seems very fishy. It's like she was anticipating him getting accused. Whatever. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? I don't think he did. Wait. Did he? I don't know if I have anything that would prove the accomplice. I don't think Mo did anything wrong. Is it... wait, is it the monkey? Is the monkey the accomplice? What if the monkey is the accomplice? I'm guessing if I say yes, I'd have to choose one of these people. See, it's way too early to confirm what even happened with the murder. I'm gonna... Well, he had to have done something, right? Problem is I don't know how you would have set up the part where Maximilian flies off. I don't think I have evidence that he didn't. Or that he did. I'm gonna say he didn't? Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. I mean, this sounds good so far. What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Wait. Is the statue shiny? Oh, wait. The cards are shiny. I'm thinking because the monkey steals shiny things. Will the monkey steal the bronze statue? So my guess is he tied this bronze statue to a balloon that had a long string to it. No, that doesn't make sense. Because the bronze statue would still be there. Unless the monkey stole it after he pushed it out the window. Which I could see being a thing. Although the monkey would leave footprints. Damn. This one's tough. I don't know how this is all set up yet, but I got the pieces. I just need to put them together. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? In his room, right? He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? I mean, he can't say he wasn't in there. It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it. Time to enlighten us on how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Can't present evidence right now? Committed the crime. I mean, there's a lot of evidence here, but it's not connected to him. I don't know if I even have evidence for this exactly. I'm guessing it was a balloon, which is what Mo saw. I'm gonna say can't present evidence now. See what happens. Ah, I think we'll finally be graced with an explanation. Don't push it, Von Karma. What? You aren't gonna suck me in this time. I'm smart enough to know when I don't have the cards to play and my hand sucks right now. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? He means that everything he's said up until now has all been nonsense. It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it is nonsense. He's trying to fool us by playing some misdirection game. Damn it. It looks like this isn't going to pass muster. You've got to show them some evidence. Easier said than done. So what will it be, Mr. Wright? I'm going to present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? Is it just the bust? What's that? A picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Okay. That seems... I mean, I had the right idea the whole time, so that was easy for me to come to the conclusion of. But there has been no evidence that that bust has been used in the crime. Is just disappearing, which I guess is evidence enough, maybe? So maybe you can get to that assumption multiple ways. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like a bust. Or like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows when I'm getting close to that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't run. Oh. I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get a proper testimony from the witness himself. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder, the prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any load to win this case. Okay. Not sure where this is going to go. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat. And only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Alright. True. Did he have any help in his room? I mean, he had the monkey, but I don't know if the monkey would be willing to help. Okay. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with the cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. I mean, that's what you're doing, too. I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Okay, I don't really know what I'm gonna go for here. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of the bust. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? Okay, interesting tidbit that he brought up. Kind of random that he would bring up the monkey there. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat and only my legs were injured. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Rice. I wouldn't lose either, Slowpoke. I mean, Nick. Hello, Neon Man. Hello, Stygian Girl. What's up? How are you doing? What are you up to? Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? Oh yeah, good job on getting your tier list done. You got a point for it, so good job. Eepy and Matt? That's a devastating combo. I'm sorry to hear that. I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. I'm kind of not in quite the same boat, but I am very tired. I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. Lifting the bus looking out the window would have been impossible. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out the window. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you yet of another important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. That might be a hint. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick, what if you turn things around? Maybe you think of it sort of like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense, if only I could prove somehow. That acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. It would be unrealistic for me to drop the bus on him, don't you think? If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way that I could land a direct hit on that ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro was strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster's head, or ringmaster. That's the ticket. Nick, show them what you've got. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool, but maybe we overlooked something. Right here. So how would he have known the position of his head? Wait, where's the crime scene? Wait. No. I was gonna say, like, what if he sneezed? But I don't think that really tells you exactly where they are in relation to 3 floors down without looking out. I mean, could he have placed the chest? Actually, wait. I don't think there's ever been anyone who stated that he was carrying a chest outside of the circus. He may not have been carrying this this case. It could have just been something Acro put down there. I think this might be it. I'm gonna try it. Because if he knew exactly where the bus would fall, he would go down, place the chest roughly where that bust fell, somehow tricking, buried it, come over to the chest, and probably try and open it, maybe? And then that way he doesn't even have to look out the window. He can just push it out like he tested before. So let's try that. Okay. Acro. You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes, hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. I think you probably could have presented both of these pieces of evidence. Because I was thinking of doing this one, but I felt like the box is more precise. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and... Yep, okay, I brought this up too. When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. I mean, there's a slight possibility that it was kind of off, but I understand what they're getting at. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now we just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. God, I really love his eyebrows. The weird, like, lightning bolt at the end. So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene? It's not really a lightning bolt, but like the squiggle. It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. It's like 20 pounds. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Damn. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. It was heavy. It's not, I think it's just the weight. It's a heavy box. Well, let me look at it real quick. A 20-pound box. All it had was a pepper shaker in it. So it was completely empty except that. So that's unique about it. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down to lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Okay, I have a feeling this is the last chapter in this trial. It's gotta end at the end of this. Of this one, what is this? Session? The courtroom session? Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Of course I remember. It was on the top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house myself. That means you understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? Your cute little monkey friend. We're gonna send the monkey to jail too. The monkey is the accomplice. Don't forget you said there was no accomplice. I mean, is it technically an accomplice? Oh, was that a mistake earlier? Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bust from the cafeteria. We definitely have a problem here, but this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get to the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? This might be wrong, actually. I'll try it. A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. I mean, he did have a lot of heavy equipment in his room that he stole. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Home. Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. It's the cards. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Ooh, got her. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Okay, so he's saying he literally could do that. Where is the bust of the question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Don't seem so flamboozled. That's a good word. Especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. I thought we determined that it could be Barry in disguise. There's no... Oh, he's talking about the one that flew away. Okay. There she is. His argument holds water. It holds a little bit of water. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. Why is that a term? I think it's talking about like a bucket of water. If it's a faulty, or if the argument has holes in it, like a bucket, water's gonna spill out of it. I think is where the term comes from. At least that's where I think it comes from. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. I don't think I've ever really used... It holds water. I don't think I ever used that term or that saying in real life ever, though. You don't hear it very often, except when, like, my dad says it. It's kind of a dad thing to say. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Barry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm getting way more into the habit into saving. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The bust, maybe? I want to say it's a balloon, but that's not going to work. I'm going to say it's the bust. You saw Max's Ow. I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. The evidence has nothing to do with the question. But it does. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. We're getting to the bottom of it. We're at the climax. How is this possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? You literally have done shit, Von Karma. You're not one to talk. The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards. Wait, it would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust. Oh. Oh. Okay, I see, I see. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Wait, could he drop it down with a rope? Couldn't Acro just put the cloak on before it fell? Did I save before this? I don't think I did. Isn't it just Acro? I wonder, Mr. Phoenix writes, didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene? I'm sorry? Wait. Oh, I won't load yet. I want to see what the answer is first. The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Is it... Well, Barry took the cloak from the circus. Did the bust get caught on his cloak? Fool. Him? You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Barry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Then, what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting it all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night. Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Why is this music louder than the other music? Okay. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than Ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now, this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, that is so stupid. I don't know about that one. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness, of course, was Lawrence Mo Curls the Clown. When Mo looked out at his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust out. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. It's so devoid of logic. It is. This one is like the first, well, I don't even know if that's what happened. That's what we're saying it happened right now. But the fact that it bounced up, caught onto the fucking bust, is a little too much for me to believe. Whatever. It's a little outrageous. All of the other crimes were more believable. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. That bust would have the serious force of inertia to be that impactful. It's a heavy bust. At least they're saying it's a very, very heavy bust. Not like super heavy, but it said it was life size, made of bronze. I don't know what the density of bronze is. So I can't tell you, but I'm sure it's heavy. So much so that I am certain Max wouldn't be able to pull it back up. Well, he's an acrobat, so he has insane upper body strength. I mean, it's probably only like, I want to say it's probably like 70, 80 pounds, maybe. I don't think it's over 100 pounds. Like I said, I don't know how heavy bronze is, and I don't know if it's a solid bronze statue. I mean, he looks pretty toned. I feel like he would be able to lift it. Oh yeah, for the cloak to, no, you're right about that. I don't think it's enough inertia for the cloak to jump off the body onto the the actual bust. That part is too magical for me to believe. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence. In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. I believe the first part, but don't forget the power of my gavel as well. That holds more water than her whip. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? They say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual. A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. Okay. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magical case. So we made a hint about Mo. No. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally pressed a button. Try again. Okay, thank you. Let me try again. Let me load. Why are you so small? Why do you have a problem with it, okay? Don't come at me, Sarah. Also, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing good. I'm a small man behind my small desk. Leave me alone. Late bloomer. Present some evidence to court that backs your claim. Sure, I'll try. Do I, though? This hasn't been used yet. I don't know why it would be used, though. Do his small tasks. How you been, man? I've been good. It's been good. You know, just living life. You gonna do anything special for St. Patty's Day, Sarah? Probably going out with some friends, but... Oh, you meant Ozzy? Okay, I'll just shut up and stay behind my small little desk. You wouldn't ask the big questions to the small man, so I should have realized. For sure, not at all. Let's see. I don't think I unraveled anything about this case. I mean, do we have something about Mo? Pleasant stooge of a clown? Sarah's comment holds water. When Neon hits the desk, it squeaks like a toy. I haven't tested it, but it probably does. Oh boy. Pepper, no. Why did Acro do this? It makes whatever sound this would. Is that a chow? Yeah, I mean, chows make pretty annoying noises, so yeah, it adds up. Let's play GTA on Thursday night. Down. It is pretty great. Whose is it? I don't know who that is. I probably don't know who it is. What do you mind? Emotes, they're so cute. They're just little guys, but in a better way. Better way than me, I see. Okay. Oh, he's a Sonic runner. Which Sonic game? Is it a 2D or a 3D game? Oh, maybe Sonic Adventure. Because that's where Chows were introduced, I think. I mean, Sonic is a runner himself. Adventure, I think. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Did you get world record yet? Are you sub 14 or something? Well, he also does Mario. Of course he does. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what the fucking answer is. Am I supposed to prove that the cloak would catch onto the bust, or... It made it seem like I had to link Mo's thing to this, which I don't know if I can. What if I just present Mo? No, they don't like that. They don't like that. Hop on GTA Thursday? I got variety hours Thursday. I probably won't be able to make it. Any other day, maybe I could have. Exactly. Dude, I gotta keep the content up. I gotta keep the roof up above Mary and I's head. What the fuck did you say? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's funny. Damn, she could say it? Unbelievable. The pride and joy of this chat. That's the first time I've seen Nightbot in a while. He's been silent for so long. He finally spoke out. The meaning of optimism. I don't know. What the fuck is it? I mean, it has a... What? What's the point of the strong lock? That seems like a random tidbit. Wait, is it because it's... Is it something stupid like... Since it's Max's, it's a very lightweight cloak or something? Famed for his aerial illusions? No, they don't like that. They don't like that one bit. Think fuck is the fuck is Nightbot's problem with the women. We only hire misogynists in this community. I'm kidding. You have to bounce. I'll be back and harass you later. Yeah, thank you for pinning that, Sarah. Yo. But thank you for stopping in, Sarah. Hope you have a good night. Some evidence. Man, ever since Sarah got on here, I've been fucking clueless. I'm choking. It's something to do. Oh. Okay, it's the 3 symbols. I guess I should have understood that. I've been clueless before that. Yeah, I've been clueless my whole fucking life. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses? Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, and the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever just shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember that Mo said yesterday, he testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. Oh, it's because the bust had a hat itself. So the ringleader master was wearing the hat. He got conked on the back of the head. The real hat fell off. And then the bust with the bronze hat floated off into fuck space up there. So you're saying if you were to be murdered, no clues would be left behind? What did I say that would imply that? There's witnesses now. Would people in chat back me up? Maybe we should pin Ozzy's comment. If you were to be murdered. Oh, I see. There would be... yeah. I mean, that's not really what clueless means in this case, but I you know this. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bus. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see a silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine. You've got one, but what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? I think so. Let me save. Well, yeah, I mean, it's devoid of clues, but saying someone is clueless doesn't mean they are devoid of clues, right? It just means they're stupid and don't know what the hell's going on. Which is me, literally. I'm the embodiment of that. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. Yeah, so it would be facing the wrong direction. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Yeah, it would have... Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Yeah, that makes sense. Still doesn't make sense that I got snagged, but whatever. We're past that point. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Does it mean I'm devoid of clues? I don't think so. It's slightly different. I'm not I mean, I'm rewording it to the right wording. Wait. Let me look this up. Hey Google, define clueless adjective. I said that weird. Very stupid, not able to understand or do something. That's the definition of the adjective of how I used it. When you define someone as clueless, adjective, not wait, what is it? Is it an adverb? Is the other version an adverb? No, that's not an adverb. Is that also an adjective? Oh, it's both the same thing. Is there more than this? Let's go to Merriam-Webster. Oh, I guess they're both just the same thing. Oh, cluelessly is the adverb. Gotcha. It means the exact same thing. You're right. It does mean the exact same thing. But they mean the same thing. So we're both right. We can agree on that, right? Let's move on. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. She won't. She's cold-blooded. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. I feel like... Okay, here's my idea on the motive. So, a clear motive is that Acro does not like Regina because Regina played a prank on his brother that got him killed and got him handicapped, or he cannot use his legs no more over Regina's little prank of putting pepper on the brother and making the lion sneeze, killing his brother. So he has a grudge against Regina. Regina loves Maximilian a lot. Wheeling, welcome in. I'm just explaining the motive, what I think so far before we get into it. But hope you're doing well, Wheeling. It's good to see you. Let's see. So Regina likes Maximilian. Acro wouldn't like Maximilian, or probably he's indifferent to Maximilian. So he wants to kill Maximilian for payback on Regina, who's killed his brother. The ringmaster dressed up as Maximilian so he wouldn't be spotted by people who would stop him along the way. And thinking that he has killed Maximilian, turns out to be the ringmaster. So it's a big whoopsie on his part. And that's where I think the motive lies. Maybe? Cross-check that? Not sure. But that's where we're rolling with here. There's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Okay, I need to get some more water here soon. Do I have time? It's been an hour. I might go take a quick 2-minute break. Be back in 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to grab some more water. You guys get some drinks. Get some bevies. It's up to you. Talk to a friend for a bit. We'll be right back here. Don't you worry. Wait, be right back. All right. Enjoy the music while I'm gone. Okay. What was this? I was saying you're blue here, but on my Streamlabs you're Aussie. You're Aussie. You're purple. You're also Aussie. And Stygian is pink on Streamlabs. You can select it in. There's like a gear down below, and I believe you could just select your color. In chat appearance, there's a tab for chat appearance, and I think it should be under that. I recently changed my red color because red is a very common color. It is my favorite color, so I still want to be red. On mobile, I'm not sure. You'll figure it out later. It sounds good. But thank you for letting me know I was muted nicely, Wheeling. I really appreciate that. You have a way with words, unlike some other people. Let's get back to the game. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the Ringmaster and his life up until now. You're not getting one. You called me an idiot. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the Ringmaster. Unset, so it's random all the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just chose red. It's nice. Good color. You're orange for me second. And green for that up there. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. Also, second, you're right. This is probably the worst case so far. It's not too difficult. The previous case was a lot harder than this. But also, the last case makes a lot more sense than this, even though it was harder. More complex. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. But we are going to continue it until we beat this trial today. Or so help me. Yes. Also, my friends were talking about getting a modded Minecraft server up and running, and honestly, that sounds pretty good. I haven't played modded Minecraft in so long. I don't think I'll stream it. I don't really want to stream it. I hate streaming Minecraft. But if there are interest, I might as well. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I kind of just want to focus on the games in queue. I'd rather play Minecraft off stream. This case is so dumb. Extremely. Minecraft child game? Not unless you put mods in it where you can date the mobs. Then it's a grown-ups game. What other weird ones are there? You could probably add a blood mod. A horror resource pack that makes everything look scary. You can make it for grown-ups. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Oh, I got the motive switched around. He wasn't out for Maximilian. How would he have known it was Barry? I'm guessing that's going to come up at some point. Oh, maybe Barry would be the only one to recognize the chest and would be the only person who would go there to inspect it because he knew what it was. Not sure. He did? But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Oh, well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Oh, we already found that. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. You realize your friend Pei already has a Minecraft server? Yeah, but it's not modded. Like, heavily modded. Like a mod pack. It's not just vanilla. But I do realize Pei already has a Minecraft server, but I'm kind of sick of vanilla Minecraft. I've been playing it for, what? How long has it been out? I've played it since beta. It gets a little stale, even though there was an update. That's what kind of got me into it again. What did he mean by that? The very end part. I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? What the hell is going on with this milk? It's come up multiple times. Is what gets your antenna up and wanting to play Minecraft? Oh, absolutely. No. I don't think that's in there. I think the mods we were looking at was... there is one that includes a ton of new biomes. The Twilight Forest, which is like a new overworld. A portal that brings you to a new overworld. Interactive map, that's nothing too special. There's too many furniture to make things look nicer. New weapons, new cooking recipes. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're looking at. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. Oh, the one I'm most excited about is like dungeons, palaces, really challenging kind of what are they called? They just randomly spawn in and they're just giant either cities or labyrinths, dungeons that you could get a bunch of good loot from. Can't wait to bake that olive bread. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Underground cities? Are you talking about the strongholds? I mean, those are okay, but they're not elaborate. There are 2 of them under your house on Pei's server. Are you talking about the minecart dungeons? Well, it would have that plus more, is what I'm getting at. Not mines. Are there underground cities? What are those? Are they like ruins? I don't know if I know of underground cities in the vanilla. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Ugh. Sure, you could show me. Just pictures, or do you want me to log into Minecraft? When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Hmm, you're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Oh, it depends if you lit it up or not. Oh, that's fair. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. We. Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, aren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Berry Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. No crying in court, let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. That's when Ringmaster of Berry Big Circus took us in. How would you describe your relationship with the Ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So then, how long have you been a performer? I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. Is a very big circus, yes.
Objection!
There it is. There was a slight delay. I wonder if you could fix that. Dino Nugget, welcome in. It's good to see you, buddy. How you been? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. It took it a while to pull that in. I don't know why it took forever. Whatever. You're truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay Ringmaster. That's my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the Ringmaster? How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony, or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see the witness ever taking the victim's life. Huh? Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Actually, what happened 6 months ago? Have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Could he be talking about the ringmaster as the murderer for killing the lion? I never made that connection. I just assumed the murderer would be Regina, because this was in Regina's pocket. Hmm. Started studying for my FE exam. Any tips? Did you buy a practice exam? I know I don't know what state you're in. But the where I got it was NCESS, I believe, and they sell practice exams. Basically, study hard, put yourself in the same environment. Well, study first, and then when you think you're prepared, put yourself in a similar environment and same time crunch, and just see how well you do under that pressure, and then just see what you need to work on, basically. Yeah, I failed. You do gain a lot of knowledge. Like, I understand what's going to be on the test way more. What curriculum are you going into? See, I took electrical and computer. But yeah, good luck, Dino. Do you know when you're having it? You started studying, so I'm assuming it's a little further out, maybe? If you choose to, yes. Oh, same thing. Okay, cool. There's a lot. You probably won't get the same test I did, but I was kind of surprised that there was a lot of digital signal processing on the test. I was not expecting to be that much. There was like Fourier transforms, Z transforms, Laplace transforms. That is like my weakest subject. I and I was not expecting to see so many questions on it. Dude, I fucking hate that shit. I know. Ugh. Like I was above average in math. That was the only subject I was above average. Everything else I was below, which is what caused me to fail. But just make sure you have a really good understanding of all the fundamentals. And sometimes the exam actually really likes to trick you. There's a lot of easy questions that you could overcomplicate so easily. But if you know the fundamentals of it, you could catch the tricks. All right. I forgot what happened 6 years ago. Is it that? Can you provide an explanation? Did I not save? I don't think I saved. Would want the ringmaster dead. It could be this. It's got to be that. Wait, what's this? Bat's scarf? That's not coming up until later. A small quantity of pepper. Perfect. I know what that's going to be used for. It's got to be this, right? Oh, I can save now. Dog spilled water on keyboard. Oh, shit. I think I can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no, I can't. Oh, this is going to be good. Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. It's gotta be this. It's the only thing I could think of. Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster? That is correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? What are you supposed to learn? Looks like you just won the award for biggest failure in court. Ouch, biggest failure in court. That stings. In recognition of your honor, let me bestow upon you my special prize. Okay, so that's not it. Huh. Well, it's gotta be yes. So prove why he would want to kill maybe Leon? Regina? Is it just Regina? The daughter of Russell Berry? Nope, that's not it. I'm going down the list of evidence where it's connected to Regina. Because it's gotta be one of those. I don't think there's evidence that proves that he would be... that he wouldn't like Russell. Unless it's Max G himself. Because he's been heavily focused on Max instead of all the other performers. It could be Leon, shot by the ringmaster. It could be this. Maybe I went too far by doing this one. It might be Leon. We'll try this. It's not Leon, damn it. I feel like it should be. Okay. What other piece of evidence would prove? Could be salary negotiations for the huge raise that he's giving Max and everyone else is getting breadcrumbs. Are you serious? I feel like all of these are really good evidence to prove why he would hate the ringmaster. Who did he hit? He hit Ben with that. It's not this. It's too stupid to be this. What does it say for Russell? The victim remembers Regina Barry's father. Maybe his brother, who was killed by Leon? Seriously? Some evidence proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. Okay, I've been doing that. It's not the pepper. It'd be stupid to be the pepper. Maybe I just don't prove anything? Oops. That's not coming in until later. It's something to do with his brother. Does this say anything? I mean, evidence that proves Acro's motive. Maybe it's this, and then we could work into why it's this? Because this was in the wooden box, which is what killed his brother, basically. And he knows about this piece of evidence, because we found this in Acro's room. Okay, well, I'm glad it's not that one, actually. What if I say I can't? Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Oh, because he was dressed up as Max? Okay. Maybe I just forgot about that along the way. Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget that you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry Ringmaster. It is. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro? You didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of the witness's murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Six fools. Yeah, it keeps getting more and more foolish as this goes on. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Would it be Max? This is... Ow, my evidence. Ow, what are you doing? There's 14 more where that came from. Hold it right there. You can take your time with the other 14 later. But for now, let me see that evidence once again. I'm so scared. Wait, what? Well, maybe it's fine. That's fine. We'll just save next time. He asked you for something where you are... Oh, did he not ask who he was trying to kill? Acro was trying to kill someone else? Is it Regina? Can I save? I can't save. Whatever. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really... Oh, he didn't look out the window. So he doesn't know who was below him. He just figured it was... Okay, that makes sense. He never actually saw him approach the box, so he didn't know who was under the box. You were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Oh, and the pepper was the calling card in the chest. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. So my guess is that the box is something only Regina can open. So earlier we were implying that the head's in the right position because he bent down to pick up the box. Well, the same could be said for someone who's trying to open the box. You would lean down, open it with a key, which Regina would probably maybe have in this case. And then she would see the pepper, which is calling back to what she did to Bat, who got peppered and then made a lion sneeze, who killed him. Okay. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What's the strangest food you've ever had, Ozzy? I don't think I eat too many weird foods. Hearing you talk about this without context is hilarious. Well, I'm trying to work it through my head. And it seems more engaging to say it out loud rather than to be like, it happening like, I thought so. This way I could be proven either way off or way on. I prefer way on, though. Oh, I drank bug spray before on a dare. Is that strange? Is that considered food? Whatever you consider strange, you can share. Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Huh? And that goes for you, too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. Weird, but not food. It was a non-toxic bug spray. They were handing it out. I worked at concessions stands in Summers, and they handed out this free bug spray that was non-toxic. It tasted like soap, and my stomach was so fucking upset. You find it strange that people eat chilies? I mean, it's kind of addictive. I mean, most animals would avoid spicy food. But... Wait, what do you mean chilies? Like chili? Like the stew? Or like chili peppers? I'm guessing you mean the peppers. I don't think people just straight up eat the chilies. They usually cook it into something. I don't think people are just munching on chili peppers. I mean, there probably are people who do, but a majority of the people probably just cook it into dishes. Or Chili's the restaurant. Yeah, that too. That's a possibility as well. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves... Damn it. Was out to kill this girl. Well, this one's easy. I don't even need a save here. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat, Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. Oh, and then Barry saw the note posted in the cafeteria. He saw to murderer. He thought it was him because he killed a lion for misbehaving. Keyboard still works, thank God. I have Mexican friends that be eating peppers like they're apples. Are they chili peppers, though? I get habanero peppers. Or pepperoncinis. To the people that were test eating mushrooms to find out which poison... Yeah, they're the real MVPs. Acro didn't... I think they just ate them in small amounts. And saw what happened. I don't think they fully ate a mushroom. Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... And which made you high, and then they ate more of it. That's exactly what I'm saying. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Barry. Order. Mr. Wright. This little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today. Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Enoki mushrooms? Dude, wait, are the Enokis the really... like the weird shaped one? No, what am I thinking of? The morel mushrooms? Morel mushrooms look really cool. Let me look up Enoki. Is Enoki the spiderweb looking one? Oh no, those are the ones with all the little bulbs. I've never had Enoki mushrooms. What are the spiderweb ones called? They look so sweet. No. A phallus induciatus? What's the common name for it? A veiled lady? Crinolan stinkhorn? Bamboo mushrooms is the common name, I guess. Bamboo mushrooms, bamboo pith, long net stinkhorn, crinolan stinkhorn, or veiled lady. I like veiled lady. That's a cool name for a mushroom. I think that's my favorite mushroom. But I don't know if you can eat it. Can you eat it? Dude. Honestly, if people were interested, I would do like deep dives on Wikipedia pages. I find that shit mad interesting, but I know it's not interesting for everyone. I mean, yeah, technically they're all edible. The little bundle looking ones. Yeah, I've seen people put those in like soups. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived at the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. Good job, Judge. You get a brownie point. And that's when he let the bust fly. I have played the wiki game. We've played the wiki game together, didn't we? I played it with Strangle and I think Sarah? Or maybe it was Pei. I thought Ozzy, you were there too, weren't you? I love the wiki game so much. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool with the foolishly foolish fool ideas. You're so foolish. You even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Do we call? Yeah, foolhardy has fool in it. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the resub, Dino Nugget. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. 2 months? Let's go. You played the which wiki page has more words, right? Yes. Is that Wiki Arena? Von Karma made you sub? I mean, Von Karma could make me do anything, honestly. I don't blame you. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. So one where you put on a page. Yeah, then you have the destination page. You have to go click by click. And the person who wins is least amount of clicks. Yeah, least amount of clicks. I think I've also seen it where it's the least amount of time, too. But I like the clicks one more. But yeah, I played that with Strangle for sure. I thought you were there, too. Maybe not. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. I don't know if that's true. He could be thinking that he killed the lion, maybe. But hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. An incident 6 months ago. 1 second. Let's say it. It's been a bit. Statement. Yikes. Now I'm doing it. She has that effect on people. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Are you questioning a paralyzed samurai? No, I'm questioning a paralyzed acrobat. Close, though. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Also, Chronal, did you know this takes place in the United States? I found that out earlier in this game. See, it wasn't very clear. I assumed it was Japan, but there was way too many nods and hints that it was America. And I'm like, I just don't know. Maybe it's a strange in-between. A combination of Japan and United States. But no, he said this was the United States in a previous trial. Like hell it does. That's not how our court system works. This isn't how any court system works, Chrono. Super. What are you up to, buddy? How you doing? Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Conclusive evidence about this incident 6 months ago is actually the lion shot by the ringmaster for biting a performer. I think bit on the head 6 months ago by Leon. Is this right? Is this evidence though? This is a evidence implies this. It doesn't say who. Bat scarf stained with blood. Is there something about... Is it just Leon? What? That is it? Oh, wait. Okay, that's not it. Oopsie. What am I missing? Just big chillin', just walked the miss next door. Gonna work on a channel trailer for this Summer? The fuck is this Neon? Genesis Evangelion looking opposing counsel. The pepper, the scarf? Wait, the scarf? What scarf? Oh. I mean... I feel like the scarf is jumping the gun a bit. Hylian Simmer? I'm still confused. Equals Hylian Simmer. There's definitely the scarf with pepper on it, but that doesn't relate to... I feel like that's going too early. I mean, I'll do it for you, but I feel like this doesn't define anything. Yeah, it's not that. Because it doesn't really have a relation to... I mean, it does have relation to the incident, but it's too specific. We're gonna get to that later. Another streamer, she's a Zelda Sims fan. It's Hylian and Simmer. Oh, okay. She just had a baby, so she lurks mostly. Okay, I think I've seen her name before, though. But it's cool that you're doing that for her. Okay, incident 6 months ago. So if it's not the lion who was shot 6 months ago, is it literally just the profile for Bat? Okay, it's not the profile for Bat. Okay, now we save. I guess I could have saved later than that. Incident 6 months ago was actually... I'm surprised it's not the lion. I mean, the pepper's too weird to go for. Branding stuff is kind of becoming a side gig sort of thing for me lately. Banners, channel headers, layouts, alerts. Starting soon, BRB screens, etc. What do you use? Do you use Krita or Photoshop or After Effects? I don't think After Effects is something you would use. I mean, we could... is it the box? No. Because the box had pepper in it too. Because you could have alluded that it's a calling card to what happened. I feel like it should be the lion, but it's not. Then, is it really the pepper? Okay, it's kind of weird that it's the pepper. PaintNet and Filmora mostly. And traction waveform for audio. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've heard of any of those. What's PaintNet? Is that a free program? What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. Okay, you probably shouldn't have said decisive, because I don't think this is decisive at all. Because the incident that happened 6 months ago is not the pepper. That's not what you would go with. It would be the lion who killed his brother. That's evidence. That's in the evidence. We're taking a very roundabout way of doing this, I guess. Streaming sounds like a lot of work. It's a lot. Okay. You gradually, it becomes more work as you go on, I feel. You could start streaming whenever you want. You could have the bare minimum and be able to be a very good streamer. But you have to keep making new content, and it gets harder as time goes on. Because you're trying to one-up yourself every time. Although I'm just chilling playing games, so it's not too hard for me. I'm still at the bare minimum phase. Although I've done a lot of work with like movie nights and the game queue and all that. But what do you mean? But there are a lot of streamers who take it to the next level. Yeah, I got my little Juros box, which is great. Yeah, this is the work I'm putting in for this month. Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of... Oh, that's also good too. I love that one. I'm actually very proud of the objection. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. That was like from the beginning of Affiliate I've had that pufferfish noise. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? This one's easy. What? Oh, I picked the wrong brother. Shit. Well, let me just load. Oh, I can't load. I have to face the facts. Damn it. F. Crammed in the right place, a small bottle of pepper could certainly kill someone. Oh, absolutely. Alright. Conclusive evidence. Pepper. Has anyone counted how many times Von Karma has whipped someone in this game? Can someone give me that number? Because it's a lot. It's a lot more than the amount of time she says fool. Yeah, I did the wrong brother. I meant bat. I don't think that's legal in US courts, by the way, the whipping. It should be. Does it? I say it should have been me. That's good. If only. That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, not tamed animal in that position is never trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. This is easy, then immediately chooses the wrong brother. Yeah, it was just my own hubris. I mean, they look kind of similar. They're siblings after all. Nugget wants to be stepped on? Oh, absolutely. He's not the only one. I shouldn't say that. That's going to be clipped. Fuck. I saw a video called If Ace Attorney Was Realistic, and after the first whip, she just got held in contempt of court. Dingling? Like the Dingling brothers? They are the Dingling brothers. Wait, who are the Dingling? Is that a real group? If I look that up, will something come up? Is that a real circus? Wait, is that a Oni Plays thing? Oh, I think it's based off Ringling Brothers. Oh, I didn't know that. Of 5 American siblings who transformed their small touring company of performers into one of the largest circuses in the United States. Okay, so they're based off the Ringling Brothers. It's a reference to that. Oh, there you go, Cornell. You just said it. I don't think I've ever been... I've been to a circus once, and I don't remember it. And I'm not counting Circus Olay. I've been to Circus Olay once. I've been to a circus. I don't know what it was, though. All I remember is getting those circus peanuts and being absolutely devastated when I realized they suck. Because I begged my parents for some the circus peanuts, you know, peanuts. Peanuts that are the orange little peanut shell looking things. They're like they taste like artificial banana. I just hid them. It's a clip worthy stream. You better not be clipping these. He's not the victim of an attempted murder. Also, I'm very tired. I barely got sleep, so I'm working on fumes. He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother Bat. Now we do the scarf. That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. 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 Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. Don't word it like that, Judge. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. I feel like I'm gonna have to present something else. 1 second. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Oh, she's helping. Stop it. Pretty sure Nightbot will silence me into oblivion, but there may be a new clip. Oh no. Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. What? WWW? Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? The most ooh-woo court. And posted it in the Discord? Alright, sounds good. Is this a separate one? Yeah, I don't think VIPs are... Well, it depends. If you say, like, there's a few blacklisted words you probably can't say. I hope. Acro, you don't mean... You can't... And that's not a test. Don't test it. You don't mean you can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. Actually, no. Ozzy did say something earlier, and Nightbot clapped his ass, so... That's not true. I don't think VIPs can get away with anything. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion... I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What will that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. Whenever I hear the evidence word, I gotta say it. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Rinse it does Nightbot. Scrub. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. What is that? One second, I gotta see this one. Oh, is it the judge? Okay, yeah, that's the one I thought it was. Damn. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. I don't think searching Acro's room would help. I'm just gonna say, see how things work out first. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you gonna search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma, total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Oh, she did mention she found something that would come up later if it ever comes to it. The other one is the judge. Okay, that's what I thought. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. And what did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If you found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. Clip got crashed by Twitch, so it's probably some random 1 minute out of context clip that hasn't been trimmed. Oh, shoot. I think that they automatically are 30 seconds? Hopefully. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. Well, you say that like you are the... you did do it. You could say Dick Gumshoe. Dick's okay. Nothing's wrong with Dick. In any situation. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here... He's having a lot of trouble. Oh, yeah. I'm clip farming currently. Is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster? You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust? Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Okay, I was hoping someone would say something. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Legendary anime JP fan too? Thank you for the follow. Are you an anime fan? I'm just wondering. Random question. But welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Why are you asking me? Oh, are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now, it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. God of visual novel gamer here. Yeah, I'm a god of anime as well. You remind me of... God. Is it The World God Only Knows? You remind me of the main protagonist of that show. Who's like a god gamer to all visual novels. I don't know why that came to me. I mean, I love World God Only Knows. It's such a great manga. But welcome in. You're very welcome here. I'm also a pretty big anime fan. I haven't watched too many lately, though. But I haven't played many visual novels either. Do you know Nonary games? Because we're going to be playing Nonary games after... Well, it's coming soon, eventually. Pink Mage TV, welcome in as well. Best Girl 1 in the world. God Only Knows, yes. Wait, Best Girl 1. In the manga or the anime? I know the anime stopped short of the manga. I don't remember the manga that well. It's been forever. Was Best Girl... It wasn't Drummer Girl. Was it Childhood Friend Girl? God, it's been forever. Oh, you only play Japan import games. Very interesting. Are you a streamer? Because that'd be something I'd be interested in looking at, honestly. Because that is a world I'm not familiar with. Like, he doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. Sorry, I'm dying. Don't mind me. Currently keeling over. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon, where is Max's bust now? Somewhere in the lodging house, somewhere in the big top, somewhere in this... Ooh, that's interesting. Is there just a bust in the stand in the jury? That I have played? YouTube as well, 18 plus video, okay. See, I don't know many. And the ones I do know, I don't want to say out loud. I know there's a lot of horror ones. I've seen a lot of horror visual novels. I see you, Chrono. Ooh, woo, exactly. It would be interesting if it's in the courtroom. Although I don't... It's so weird to be here. Wait. No. No? Why would it be here? It's somewhere in the big top. Why would it be in the big top? It has to be in the lodging house. Oh shit. The broken ceiling in Moe's... But wait, he's on the... What the fuck? Wait, hold on. There is a hole in Moe's ceiling. He's on the first floor. Acro is 3 floors up. Am I stupid? It's gotta be in the lodging house. Oh, that's a lot of games. You've played all of them? That I have played? Like, fully played? Gumshoe brain is churning, absolutely. I'm honored that you would Gumshoe. How long are visual novels typically? Jeez, that's impressive. You collect over 2,000. Physically, I'm assuming? There's no doubt in my mind the bust is somewhere around the lodging house. You don't say. You better not say. In fact, allow me to be even more specific as to its location. You can find it. Do you have a favorite visual novel, JP fan? I'm gonna call you JP fan if that's okay. I've only played Digimon Survive for a visual novel, and that thing was long, yeah. Typically, they're pretty long, especially if they have multiple endings in Moe's room. Indeed, it is in Moe's room. That clown? You don't mean... Why would the bus be in Moe's room? That's simple. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. It's simple. Truly. Refrain from making yourself look stupid. Nick, what about where Ben and Trilla were standing? Maybe she's onto something there. We searched the room inside out, and there's absolutely no sign of a bust. Oh, really? Maybe it was a... Why is there a hole in the ceiling, then? I guess I just immediately went to Moe's room because of that. I don't know what the other choices were, honestly. Usually it can take 50 to 100 plus hours per game. Holy crap. The plaza near the scene. Do I have evidence of any of this? The plaza near the scene in Acro's room. Well, if they searched all over Acro's room, they searched all over Moe's room. It's buried in the plaza. Near the scene of the crime? And no one noticed it? How could you possibly think that? Haven't you ever heard of the old saying? It was hiding right under your nose. That about sums it up, does it? I don't know. I should rethink that. It's in Acro's room? How did she not find it then? You have 1,007 Japan-only games? Holy crap, Pisaria. That's impressive. Honestly, any number over 100 impresses me. I think. Because it's broken? Well, it's gotta be in Acro's room. Thought it out the buses and... Let me finish. I already told you that we searched his room from top to bottom. Prepare to taste your own tears, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Excuse me? Huh? So none of them work? Am I... Did I saw... Oh no. Oh no. I can't... I didn't hard lock myself, did I? Are you testing him right now? Are you testing him? Name every 1,000 of them. Sorry, now. I'm jealous. I wish I had that outrageous amount of free time to play all of those. Yeah, visual novels. Yeah, they're a time sink. I think there's a lot on PSP, right? PS1 and PSP. Ever 17 is the only one you'll ever need. What about Phoenix Wright, though? This is considered a visual novel. I'm confused. I can't leave. Yeah, I know PSP has a lot. is a visual novel by the same writer as Nonary Games, by the way. Oh, okay. We're gonna be doing Nonary Games soon, actually. That's next on the list. I couldn't think of any other rooms it could be in. I got him. I know that joke. It's a good joke. Am I actually soft locked? Do you love fish sticks? I honestly don't know the last time I've had fish sticks. Got him. Am I actually soft locked? I didn't think this could happen ever. Let me just look this up. You saved after a wrong choice. Well, that's because I was low health, then I had to. Let's see. Soft locked. Phoenix Wright. Justice for all. Case 3. What to do? Let's see. What's our mistake? I probably should have had multiple. Is present and unforgiving. The case, yes. 2-2. They remove the option to start from the start of the chapter. In your case, the current trial. New Trilogy port, and yes. It's not an actual soft locked. Wait. If you're playing the new remaster, then I'm really sorry. It's baffling how come they didn't include start from trial. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I done fucked up, guys. And I don't have another save on Fort. Escape. Nope. Wait, actually. Default back. No, I could just go to the text screen. Oh no, guys. How about we just go to Nonary Games? We could just start Nonary Games right now. I could do this off stream. Oh no. I dug my own grave. I didn't know this could happen. Usually you can back out. Alright. Let me set up Nonary Games. I'll be right back. All 3 answers make me lose. Yes, second place. I can't believe you've done this. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna set up Nonary Games. I'll do this off stream and catch up. Make multiple saves. I'm sorry, guys. But that'll be it for Ace Attorney for tonight. Just shameful. And I'm not gonna